y'all, it's Shannon. I hope y'all are doing well today. It's been a crazy day for the Washburns, but we still got to eat supper, and it ain't going to be made itself. So tonight we're going to have a broccoli casserole. I did a tenderloin, and we're going to have cream corn, and I'm going to fry some okra. And this is how you do fried okra. I have bought fresh okra Friday. I sliced it up today. I put it in a baggie with a cup of self-rising cornmeal, and I put a ton of pepper. You do not salt it till it's done, because supposedly, if you salt it before it's cooked, the insides are dried out. So that's what it says. I'm sure my family's going to disagree with me. I start out with an iron skillet, and I have lard in it. So this is not exactly considered healthy. There you go. That's lard. So, and we're gonna melt the lard. Now our dogs are gonna bark. It's just Tom and I tonight. Carter had plans, and if y'all follow me on Facebook, you see that Wes went to dinner last night with some friends and came home with a boat. So, long story, but yeah, I don't know where he thinks he's gonna store it, but we'll see what happens. So he and his friends have gone out to take the boat out on the Lake Lanier, and let's just hope it runs. So Charlie's just telling y'all hello. It's been a crazy day. I showed property today all over the place, and came home and we had to take Stonewall back to the vet because he has another hematoma. So they had to go in and put him under to fix it. So this poor dog has had a lot done to him. So I'm letting the grease heat up, and how I tell if it's done is I put water in it. If the water bubbles, you know it's done. Squash casserole is simple. I just steam some squash. This is broccoli. I do broccoli like I do the squash, but I steam it. I don't saute it. I put a cup of mayonnaise with an egg, salt and pepper, cheese, and then crackers on top, and it'll bake in the oven. 350 for about 40-45 minutes. You could cover it with aluminum foil, but I don't do foil, as we all know, because I'm weird. I'm going to tell you about this. Some people have asked me about this biscuit warmer thing. And growing up, my granny had one, and it sat on her counter in her kitchen. And she would cook whatever biscuits or whatever for Papa, and whatever was left over, she put in this tin. And when I knew Daddy was coming in, my Daddy was coming in. We stayed with Granny and Papa after school, and Mom and Dad worked. And I knew Daddy was there because the first thing I would hear is he'd hear this. And that means my Daddy was there because he was going through to see what Granny had left over. And there could be biscuits in here, there could be rolls, whatever. And I found this as a thrift store, and we use it. Wes told me I should paint it, but it just brings back such precious memories of seeing this sitting at Granny's. And it is not pretty, but to me it's the most gorgeous thing ever, so I keep it on my stove. So let's see if my water is ready. And the water is ready. And the grease is ready. I'm sorry, people. So you will slowly put in your okra, which has been, and you kind of just lay it out on the grease. You set your oven to 350 because you start it on the stove, and then you let it cook the rest of it in the oven. And so I think I got the grease too hot. And you don't crowd it, but I'm going to. It's going to be crowded. What? So here it is, and you put it, oh, it's way too crowded. And I'm going to need some more grease. So, but you let it brown, and you can put more grease on top, which I will. Lord help us all. And you let it melt. In about 3 minutes, you cook it on one side, but I'm going to have to turn it around a lot more. And I turned it down too low. So you cook it like this, and you turn it over when it's brown. which is not brown yet, but you see it's getting there. I'm gonna put some more grease in the bottom. Here it's getting brown here, see that? And then I kind of stirred around a little bit to get the grease all in it. And I'm sure my family's gonna tell me I'm doing this the wrong way, but this is how I do it, and my family eats it, so that's all I care about. And then I always plop a thing of butter in there because lard just isn't enough. So you put a thing of butter in there. And you stir it around and make sure all the sides are pretty much covered with it. You know, everybody needs lard and butter in their system. I think it makes you live longer. So you brown it, you brown it, you brown it. And then you spread it all out. And we're going to let this grease, lard and butter melt a little bit more. I'm going to stir it around some more, then you finish it up in the oven. And it doesn't take long at all in the oven to cook. And it's very tender. It is probably some of the best fried okra you've ever had. People are always intimidated by it, but it's easy to do. I think my granny did it similar to this. I know my mama did. And this is how you eat it. It's a southern staple in the South. Tom eats his with ketchup, which I find disturbing, but at least he eats it. And you didn't eat it growing up, did you?
No.
He didn't eat this growing up. He also didn't eat grits growing up. Can you imagine I married somebody who doesn't eat grits? But now he does. So, we're going to let it brown a little bit more. We'll put it in the oven. We'll put the corn in the oven and the broccoli in the oven. And we'll show you, because you have to pull the squash out every so often and stir it up to make sure it gets browned well. And then we're going to sit down and have us some supper. Hey y'all, it's Shannon. I want to show you it's been cooking for a few minutes. And see, it's browning up real pretty. It's still got a few more minutes to go, but I'd like to take it out and stir it. Stir it. And so it could all get brown. And then you put it back in there. But I'm going to tell y'all a funny story about my okra. An okra story. A lot of y'all have heard this story before if you've been in Sunday school class with us or dinner clubs. But we moved here. I've always had a garden in the backyard. It's either been a raised bed or tubs or whatever. Well, one year we had a real garden, and I grew okra. And we had a neighbor, and I'm not saying names, but she came by because she thought that I was growing marijuana. And I told her, I said, yeah, it's marijuana. I said, you know, Tom's a teacher, and I'm just trying to supplement his income. And she believed me. And then I said, no, it's really okra. And she said, well, what's an okra? And I'm like, Lord help us all. This poor thing has never had okra. And we don't call it an okra. So we still laugh about it. She's moved away, but we still laugh about her thinking I was growing marijuana in the backyard to supplement our income. So we're going to let this cook. And I whipped up some biscuits real quick because I bought some new jelly I wanted to try. And here they are. So we're going to have some really good dinner tonight. It's a shame the boys are not here to enjoy it with us, but we'll be back. Hey y'all, it's Shannon again. Here's my fried okra. It is done. You see it's all brown, yummy looking. I'm going to now add the salt to it. And I may have put too much, but oh well. I'm going to stir it around some more. And then I'm going to put it in my dish and we're going to eat up. We're going to have, like I said, cream corn. I made some homemade biscuits. We've got broccoli casserole and a pork roast. Sliced tomatoes, Vidalia onion, and cucumbers. And Tom and I are going to eat up. Want to remind y'all, thank y'all for following me. Thank y'all for watching my videos. I ask for you to please share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We hope y'all are doing well. Bye.